Welcome to 90 Plus Min, your home for football that doesn't stop at 90. The Club World Cup 2025 is about to kick off, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. 32 teams, every continent represented. One historic tournament, from Messi's Inter Miami to Bayern, Real Madrid, and even African and Asian champions. We're breaking down who's in, what shape they're in, and what to expect in this global showdown. Clubs by group. Here are the official group allocations from A to H. Group A, Ahly, FC Porto, Inter Miami, Palmeiras. Group B, Atletico Madrid, Botafogo, PSG, Seattle Sounders. Group C, Auckland City, Bayern Munich, Boca Juniors, SL Benfica. Group D, Flamengo, Chelsea, Esperance de Tunis, LAFC. Group E, River Plate, CF Monterrey, Inter Milan, Urawa, Red Diamonds. Group F, Borussia Dortmund, Fluminense, Mamelodi Sundowns, Ulsan Hyundai. Group G, Al Ain, Juventus, Manchester City, Wydad, AC. Group H, Al Hilal, CF Pachuca, Red Bull Salzburg, Real Madrid. Club performance summaries. Palmeiras finished runner-up to Corinthians in the Campeonato Paulista. They're currently in the round of 16 of the Copa do Brasil, facing their biggest rival, Corinthians, and are fourth in the Brasileiro, after 11 games with a record of 7 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. In the Copa Libertadores, they won all group stage matches. This season, they hold 23 wins in 35 games, scoring 58 goals and conceding 23. Al Ahly won the Egyptian Premier League for a third consecutive time. Were eliminated in the KF Champions League semi-finals by Sundowns after winning the 2 previous editions. This season, 26 wins in 45 games, with 83 goals scored and 34 conceded. Eman Ashur is their top player, with 19 goals and 9 assists in 37 matches. FC Porto finished third in Portugal's Primeira Liga and were knocked out by Roma in the Europa League play-in. Eliminated by Sporting in the League Cup semi-finals and by Moreirense in the 4th round of the Portuguese Cup. This season, 28 wins in 49 games, 91 goals scored, and 51 conceded. Inter Miami currently sits 6th overall and 3rd in the MLS Eastern Conference, eliminated by Vancouver Whitecaps in the semi-finals of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. In 2025, 13 wins, 5 draws, and 6 losses in 24 matches. Paris Saint-Germain. Enjoying the best season in club history, won the Ligue 1, Coupe de France, Trophée des Champions, and clinched the Champions League title last weekend. This season, 43 wins in 58 matches, with 157 goals scored and 55 conceded. Botafogo's season hasn't fully clicked. Runner-up in the Supercopa do Brasil, 2, Flamengo and the Recopa Sudamericana, to Racing. Eliminated in the first phase of the Campeonato Carioca, but qualified for the round of 16 in both the Copa do Brasil and Copa Libertadores. Currently sits 6th in the Brasileiro. This season, 14 wins, 38 goals scored, and 32 conceded in 33 matches. Atletico Madrid finished 3rd in La Liga, eliminated by Barcelona in the Copa del Rey semi-finals, knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid in the round of 16. This season, 34 wins in 55 matches, with 109 goals scored and 50 conceded. Seattle Sounders FC currently 5th in the MLS Western Conference and 12th overall. MLS champion in 2019, they were the first American side to win the CONCACAF Champions Cup since LA Galaxy in 2000. This season, they reached the round of 16 before being eliminated by Cruz Azul. Bayern Munich, champions of Bundesliga, eliminated by Bayer Leverkusen in the German Cup round of 16 and knocked out of the Champions League quarterfinals by Inter. This season, 35 wins in 51 matches, with 138 goals scored and 51 conceded. Benfica 2nd in the Primeira Liga and runner-up in the Portuguese Cup, both to Sporting, but won the League Cup over Sporting. Eliminated by Barcelona in the Champions League round of 16. This season, 38 wins in 56 matches, with 135 goals scored and 52 conceded. Boca Juniors knocked out by Alianza Lima in the Copa Libertadores qualifying round, finished 3rd in Argentina's first stage and eliminated by Independiente in the quarterfinals. In the Copa Argentina, they're in the 2nd phase. This season, 12 wins in 21 matches, scoring 31 and conceding 14. Auckland City currently 2nd in the New Zealand Football League's Northern Conference, with 25 points in 13 games. Champions of the OFC Champions League since 2022. Despite continental dominance, haven't won the National League since 2020-21. Flamengo winners of the Supercopa do Brasil, beating Botafogo 3-1, and Campeonato Carioca, beating Fluminense in the final, qualified for the round of 16 in both the Copa do Brasil and Copa Libertadores, and leading the Brasileirão after 11 matches. In 35 games this year, 23 wins, 8 draws, 4 losses, with 68 goals scored and 17 conceded. Chelsea, 4th in the Premier League, winners of the Conference League, 12 wins in 13 games. Eliminated by Brighton in the FA Cup 4th round, and by Newcastle in the League Cup 4th round. This season, 35 wins in 57 matches, 120 goals scored, and 59 conceded. Esperance de Tunis champions of the Tunisian League and Tunisian Cup. Eliminated by Sundowns in the CAF Champions League quarterfinals. Season stats: 31 wins in 46 matches, 100 goals scored, and 28 conceded, winning 9 of their last 10. LAFC, Los Angeles FC, currently 15th in MLS and 6th in the Western Conference. Eliminated by Inter Miami in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals. This season, 10 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses in 22 games. Scored 37 goals and conceded 30. River Plate finished 4th in Argentina's first stage league, into the second phase of the Copa Argentina. In the Copa Libertadores, they qualified top of their group for the round of 16. This season, 13 wins in 25 matches, 40 goals scored, 17 conceded. Urawa Red Diamonds, currently 3rd in the J-League. Only competed in that league this season. Season so far, 9 wins in 21 matches, 26 goals scored, Duenas conceded. Internazionale Serie A runners-up. Lost the Champions League final to PSG by 5-0. Eliminated by Milan in the Coppa Italia semi-finals, and lost the Italian Super Cup to Milan. This season, 37 wins in 59 matches, 114 goals scored, 58 conceded. CF Monterrey in the Liga. MX Apertura finished 5th in the first stage and were runners-up, losing to America. In the Clausura, they finished 7th in the first stage and were knocked out by Toluca in the quarterfinals, eliminated by Vancouver Whitecaps in the CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16. Season stats: 24 wins in 48 matches, 87 goals scored, 60 conceded. Fluminense runners-up to Flamengo in the Campeonato Carioca, qualified for the round of 16 in the Copa do Brasil, and currently 5th in the Brasileirão, 1st in their Copa Sudamericana group. This season, 19 wins in 36 matches, 59 goals scored, and 27 conceded. Mamelodi Sundowns, current South African champions with 73 points in 28 matches, 65 goals scored, and 13 conceded. Champions of South Africa since 2017-18, 8 consecutive seasons. Runners-up in this year's CAF Champions League to Egypt's Pyramids, and semi-finalists in the last 3 seasons. Borussia Dortmund finished 4th in the Bundesliga, knocked out by Wolfsburg in the German Cup's second round, and by Barcelona in the Champions League quarterfinals. This season, 26 wins in 50 matches, 106 goals scored, and 72 conceded. Ulsan Hyundai, currently 3rd in the K-League 1, finished 10th in the AFC Champions League Elite Eastern Conference. In 21 games this season, 9 wins, 27 goals scored, and 21 conceded. Manchester City, a relatively weak season, finishing 3rd in the Premier League, runner-up in the FA Cup, eliminated in the Champions League play-in by Real Madrid, and knocked out in the Carabao Cup 4th round by Tottenham. Won the FA Community Shield over Manchester United. Season, 30 wins in 57 matches, 1-14 goals scored, and 72 conceded. Al Ain 5th in the UAE Pro League, bottom of their AFC Champions League West group, and eliminated by Al Jazeera in the UAE Cup quarterfinals. Season, 17 wins in 42 matches, 86 goals scored, and 66 conceded. Juventus 4th in Serie A, eliminated by Empoli in the Coppa Italia quarterfinals on penalties, knocked out of the Champions League play-in by PSV. Season, 23 wins in 51 matches, 76 goals scored and 49 conceded. Wydad AC 3rd in the Moroccan League, eliminated in the round of 16 of the Moroccan Cup. Season, 15 wins in 32 matches, 46 goals scored, and 28 conceded. Real Madrid under new coach Xabi Alonso, who will debut in the tournament. Second in La Liga behind Barcelona, runner-up in both the Copa del Rey and Supercopa. Both losses to Barcelona, knocked out in the Champions League quarterfinals by Arsenal, won the UEFA Super Cup over Atalanta, and the Intercontinental Cup over Pachuca. In 2024-25, 41 wins, 7 draws and 14 losses in 62 matches, 137 goals scored and 76 conceded. Al Hilal finished second in the Saudi League, knocked out in the Saudi Cup quarter-finals, won the Saudi Super Cup. Eliminated in the AFC Champions League semi-finals by Al Ahly. Season: 35 wins in 51 matches, 145 goals scored and 57 conceded. Pachuca finished 16th in the Liga MX Apertura first stage in an 18-team field and 8th in the Clausura first stage. Knocked out by America in the Clausura quarterfinals. In the Intercontinental Cup, beat Botafogo and Al Ahly, but lost the final to Real Madrid. Season: 13 wins in 40 matches, 54 goals scored and 58 conceded. Red Bull Salzburg second in the Austrian Bundesliga. Knocked out of the Austrian Cup by LASK in the knockout stage. Finished 34th out of 36 in the Champions League group stage. Season: 22 wins in 48 matches, 80 goals scored and 70 conceded. Group summaries. Plus favorites and analysis. Group A clubs: Al Ahly, Inter, Miami, FC Porto Palmeiras. Favorite: Palmeiras. Excellent Libertadores campaign and strong defense. Experienced, cohesive squad, led by Abel Ferreira. Tight competition, FC Porto and Al Ahly. Porto brings European tradition and attacking strength. Al Ahly dominates African football and is undefeated domestically. Potential surprise: Inter Miami. Lionel Messi can change any game, but the team struggles defensively. Group B clubs: Atletico Madrid, Botafogo, Paris, Saint-Germain, Seattle Sounders. Favorite: PSG. Historic season: won everything. Best attack in the tournament: 157 goals. Direct battle: Atletico Madrid versus Botafogo. Atletico has a solid base and European experience. Botafogo is inconsistent but can surprise with counterattacks. Unlikely surprise: Seattle Sounders. Competitive team, but technically behind the others. Group C clubs: Auckland City, Bayern Munich, Boca Juniors, SL Benfica. Clear favorite: Bayern Munich. Deep squad, high offensive intensity, solid defense. Second strongest: Benfica. Strong season, very efficient attack, 135 goals, exposed defense. Boca Juniors as dark horse. Despite early Libertadores exit, they have tradition and clutch players. Underdog: Auckland City, continental champions, but with lower technical level. Group D clubs: Flamengo, Chelsea, Esperance, LAFC. Favorite: Flamengo, leader in Brasileirão. Cohesive team, solid defense, 17 goals conceded in 35 matches. Strong rivalry: Chelsea, Conference League winners, strong attack, 120 goals, but defensively unstable. African surprise: Esperance. In excellent form, undefeated in most recent matches. LAFC, inconsistent form. Up and down in MLS, may struggle against stronger defenses. Group E clubs: River Plate, Inter, Milan, Monterrey, Urawa, Red Diamonds. Favorite: Inter Milan. Champions League: runners-up, physical strength, quality squad. Watch out for River Plate, fast, offensive team that can challenge even Inter. Monterrey, Mexican powerhouse but in irregular form. Urawa, good domestic campaign but weaker squad than the rest. Group F clubs: Borussia, Dortmund, Fluminense, Mamelodi, Sundowns, Ulsan Hyundai. Favorite: Borussia Dortmund. Potent attack, 106 goals, but unstable defense. Rising force: Fluminense. Technically skilled, balanced squad on the rise. Potential surprise: Mamelodi Sundowns. Dominates South Africa, highly cohesive squad. Ulsan, capable, but technically below the others. Group G clubs: Al Wydad, Juventus, Manchester City. Favorite: Manchester City. Despite a weak season, world-class squad and suffocating possession play. Main rival: Juventus. Good defense and tactical setup, but lacks attacking flair. Wydad and Al Ain, regionally strong, but face major challenges against European giants. Group H clubs: Al Hilal, Pachuca, RB Salzburg. Real Madrid. Favorite: Real Madrid. Historic record in international tournaments, star-studded squad. Second strongest: Al Hilal. strong in Saudi Arabia with several international signings. RB Salzburg and Pachuca, inconsistent performances, lacking depth and solid defense. General highlights category club. Best attack Paris Saint-Germain, 157 goals. Best defense Flamengo, 17 goals conceded. Dark horse Mamelodi Sundowns. Key player Lionel Messi, Inter Miami. Group of Death Group B, PSG, Atletico, Botafogo, Seattle. So there you have it. The full cast for football's biggest club stage. From elite contenders to dangerous underdogs, this tournament is wide open. It's not just about Europe anymore. This is the first true Club World Cup. And the stories are only just beginning. Like, share, and subscribe to 90p's Min for more deep dives as we follow the road to glory.